we've all encountered and endure adversities throughout our lives. And the motto with my behavioral health agency is transcend adversity and achieve greatness. And certainly the power is within each and every one of us to, as one of my tools indicates, turn our pain into purpose. Happy Sunday. Once again, I am Shanna A. Jefferson, and as a mental health therapist, author, entrepreneur, speaker, and agent of change, I created the Visions of Greatness platform to showcase the power of purpose and passion in the pursuit of greatness. And my vision for this platform is threefold. First, in a climate of darkness, hopelessness, and adversity, I want to serve as a beacon of hope, light, change, and greatness. Second, that you, my listening audience, employs principles of love, gratitude, service, and goodwill each and every day. And last but not least, for anyone, such as myself, that was ever told that you were not good enough, that you would not go anywhere because of where you're from, who your parents are, what your mama them, your cousin them, any of them did, I'm here to tell you today that the power to transcend any and every adversity lies within each and every one of you. So I appreciate you for taking this journey with me. I am super excited and again, immensely grateful to be your host of the Visions of Greatness talk show. Today's topic is empowering our Black male teens. Now, as the daughter of a Black man born in 1929, that's right, yes, 1929. If my father were alive today, he would have been 89 years of age. And I am certainly grateful for the life that he lived. But certainly in the 79 years of life that my father lived, he endured and encountered a lot simply because of the color of his skin. Now you have a man that was highly educated. He had a master's degree as well as additional training. He served our country in the military, yet my father could not vote until his mid-30s, simply because of the color of his skin. In 2007, 1 year before my father transitioned home to be with the Most High, the Alpha and the Omega, he shared with me that when he looks back over his life, he did not know if the world was getting better or worse. So again, as the daughter of a Black man, as the sister of all of my Black brothers, and as the surrogate mother of all of my Black sons, it is my mission and passion in life to ensure that our Black boys experience the best life that they are entitled to. Today, we have a special guest here by the name of Adrian Hill, and we're going to talk about his journey to help and serve a purpose far greater than himself. American scholar Dr. Watkins talks often about the tragedy and the impact of the ills of this society on not only our Black boys, but all of us. Dr. Watkins once said, "We have failed many of our boys but not teaching them the things that they need to know in order to grow into adequate husbands, fathers, citizens, and leaders." So it is upon each and every one of us to stand up, take charge, and make a difference in the life of our boys. For our black teen boys today will become the men and the kings of our society tomorrow. And again, as a sister and as the mother, I stand with you. Thank you to my early bird sponsors, who include Swag Her Magazine, I Create Design, DC Billing and Consultants, Divine Vision Coaching and Consultant, and Hydro Entertainment. For without you believing in me, even prior to the launch of this very first show, this would not have happened. So I am immensely grateful for each and every one of you today. So thanks again to our early bird sponsors for your love and support for the Visions of Greatness platform. As you can see now, we have my very first featured guest, Mr. Adrian Hill, here in the studio.
Hello.
And we're live, by the way, at Status Network in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'll introduce you briefly, Mr. Hill, and then you can tell our audience more about you and your endeavors.
Okay, great.
So once again, Adrian Hill, he's the executive director of the nonprofit called New Life, SIWD. And SIWD stands for Serving Individuals with Disadvantages.
That's right.
As the director of New Life SIWD, Adrian impacts the lives of our Black male teens through leadership, personal development, and entrepreneurship. Adrian will also share with you today how he has turned his pain of losing one of his mentees into greater purpose to benefit not only the boys that he currently serves and mentors, but to impact boys across the United States and the world. Welcome, Adrian.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
My nonprofit organization, New Life SIWD, originated from out of Lansing, Michigan. We've been here in Atlanta, Georgia now for approximately 6 years. When I first came here, I wasn't thinking much about the teen mentoring program until one of the teens in the community had came to me and was asking for a position at the car wash. So I was like, yeah, that'd be an excellent idea, you know, keep them out of trouble for the summer, speak life to them about relationships, about being a man, and encourage him to go further in life. And so I had hired him, and he was only like 15 years old, but the boy was a hard-working man, young man rather, worked harder than any other man that I've ever met or seen in my life. So yeah, one day he didn't show up, and I was working at the car wash. I own a car wash as well. That's where we do our team mentoring program at. And when I heard the gunshots that came directly from the apartment complex where Anthony Harris lived, that was the young man that worked with me. And at the time when I heard the gunshots, I immediately was like, Lord, just make sure Anthony's good. But about an hour later, they had told me 3 kids were shot over there, and Anthony Harris, being one of them, died on the scene. So I had decided to just go ahead and to do a mentoring program after his death, approximately about a year after, because at first it was kind of hard for me to deal with the whole thing of losing a person that was a dear friend to me. So I figured I'd take it up another notch when we start this mentoring program for these teens, and we was going to teach them entrepreneurship skills. And so this past summer was the first launch of the mentoring program for New Life SIWD. But this coming up summer, it's going to be more intense, it's going to be different, it's going to be boot camp style, and they're going to have to work in order to make it happen. That's right.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you for sharing your story of, I speak often about the importance of turning your pain into purpose. And in spite of the pain that you endured, and certainly this young man's family endured, you found a way to turn that pain and have an impact, make an impact, not only on your life, but the lives of other boys, and hopefully all men and women across the greater Atlanta area and the world. So I certainly salute you, Adrian.
Thank you
for doing that.
Thank you.
Wow. So let's hear a little more about what your organization does. You mentioned the entrepreneurship component of the program, but tell me more about the other services that you offer as well on an ongoing basis to our male teens here in the Atlanta area.
One of the things that we do, for the male teens, really our main focus for the male teens here in this area is our teen mentoring program. Once they go through this program, they will actually receive a entrepreneurship kit, whether it be colognes, watches, or whatever, for them to sell on their own. And we'll stick with them for 21 days to make sure that they are heading in the right direction. It takes 21 days for a bird to fly. That's what we're giving them in order to, make their business grow and to be more independent for themselves. My main focus for my nonprofit is single low-income families. We focus on encouraging women, more so than anything, and young teens to be the best they can be in life. And the reason why I choose women and young teens is because we have to teach these young African-American males to be men and to encourage our black women. That's where it starts. It starts with us encouraging our women and keeping them motivated so that they can grow and succeed in life just as well as you. We deal with domestic abuse issues. We help feed the homeless. We help feed the women and children in the community. On Mother's Day, we feed the mothers and we feed the children in the community. On Valentine's Day, we pass out inspirational quotes and roses to the ladies, keeping them encouraged and letting them know to keep their head up, whatever it is that they may be going through in life, their challenges, and helping them just move forward in whatever it is that they need help with.
Awesome. I definitely love that, Adrian. What has been perhaps the most discouraging or challenging aspect of this journey that you're on?
Well, the most challenging and discouraging thing that I've experienced since I've been on this journey, well, since I've been here, I've been homeless on the street. I had to remove dope dealers off our car wash property. I had to deal with crooked police officers. And there was just a lot of things I had to deal with during this journey. But I stayed positive, and I cleaned up the community. We contacted the mayor's office. Thank God for the East Point mayor's office. They really helped us out a lot with making sure the community is clean and safe for the kids and women over there. Another one of the challenges that I've been dealing with is, the lack of funding for the nonprofit organization, because, like last year, we worked with the kids out of entrepreneurship books, and, some good information for them to learn from. We didn't have enough of them for our outfits, things of that nature. But other than that, my main challenge really was just coming down here from Michigan and just putting everything into its proper place and proper perspective, as far as the business is concerned and the nonprofit. Yeah.
Making a difference, impacting the world.
Yeah. And I would say, parent involvement also is a major challenge also, because I would like to see more parents being involved in some of the things that we do with the children. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, with my mental health company, which is called Destination Greatness, the motto is transcend adversity to achieve greatness. And certainly in the 34 years of life that I've been blessed with, I've learned a little about some adversity, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely commend you for finding a way to overcome those adversities as you continue to propel yourself and others into a greater destiny.
Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Wow. So we're going to take this moment to go to a brief commercial break. And when we come back on, we're actually going to have a very special guest with us today, in addition to, of course, our special guest, Adrian, that's here. So we'll be back shortly.
All right. Wow, we are working hard today. We have a bunch of cars coming in today. Lamar and Shadid are most definitely working hard to get the job done, and they're doing a great job. The rest of our teams are at basketball practice or football practice. They'll be coming in shortly to work hard as well. They're doing an awesome job. Keep it up, because this is what's going to take them to the top in their life success. Learning how to become an entrepreneur. They're doing a great job of taking in the information and remembering what's being taught to them in the lesson, as well as completing the job and getting the job done in a timely fashion. They've been coming to work on time, and so far, so good. Hands up, let's go. We're doing our thing, for sure. Definitely doing our thing, y'all. We will be getting back with you this afternoon. We have some lectures, some guest speakers. They're coming to speak about how they start their business themselves. So stay tuned, because we will be having some of that stuff going on this afternoon. Thank you all for your support, and keep on looking at the video. Peace out.
All right, so welcome back to the Visions of Greatness platform. If you just tune in, I am Shanna A. Jefferson, mental health therapist, author, entrepreneur, speaker, and agent of change. And we're here live at Status Network in Atlanta, Georgia. We were just getting some insight from Mr. Adrian Hill regarding how he has turned his pain of losing his 15-year-old mentee into greater purpose. And wow, the other part of the story is, of course, he's thankfully blessed with many other mentees that he is encouraging, uplifting, supporting, and speaking life and greatness into each and every day. And I am so elated to have one of his mentees here with us today, 14-year-old Shadid Gill. Right. Welcome, Shadid.
Thank you.
Yes, I am so grateful for Shadid being here.
Me too.
And actually, let me share this. Try not to cry on camera, okay? Shadid as well as Adrian, they actually blessed me with some roses today in honor of my very first show.
Yes,
so
yes, thank you.
that's what we do. Let's teach our young men early how not only to treat themselves, but to treat their women.
Yes.
And that's all of us. Their
All of us,
mothers,
yes.
their sisters, their teachers, their significant others, right?
Yes.
As well as how to interact with the world. Because unfortunately, as a black man, a young black male, there are many odds that are against you. Society has many ills out there, unfortunately, today still, in 2018. Yeah. I think I shared earlier about how my father indicated in 2007, he wasn't sure whether the world was getting better or worse. And as his daughter, it saddens me that in 2018, we're still dealing with many of the issues and travesties that my father endured in the 79 years of life that he lived. But we, just as we sit here today, and I have a few guests in the studio audience, we're going to be that change and that beacon of light,
for sure.
hope, and greatness. And it starts with each and every one of us.
It does.
And we're going to speak life into Shadid. This is my first time meeting him, but we're going to speak life into him each and every day.
That's right.
Because he will prosper and be the best man, the best father, the best brother, the best mentor, the best servant that he can be.
That's right.
So tell us a little about you, Shadid.
Okay, my name is Shadid Gill. So I am 14 years old, like you said, right? But I'm pretty much working with Adrian. Well, he's a good worker, but he really taught me how to do more stuff and how to be more tough for myself, and how life going, how life is, and how I start my own business. So he really gave me to that path of business and stuff. So when I first came, it was the summertime. It wasn't that long ago, but it was like in 2017. So it was me and my friend. We just walked up there. So I was like, I live across the street for his job, for like the business market. So we came up there and asked for a job. So it was like, I don't have nothing to do in the summer. So I was really bored. So I had nothing to do. So I was like, I'll make me some money. That's when I met Adrian. He was a good dude, worker. He taught me things. That's what he hit. But I could say that he was a good worker, and he taught me how to wash cars and stuff. Taught me how to start your own business, how you start your business to first beginning, all that stuff.
Awesome. I absolutely love
Great.
it.
Awesome.
If you can reflect, Shadid, on maybe one thing that Adrian has said to you that has given you some hope for the future, what would that be?
He would say, like, keep your head up or something.
Keep your head up. Absolutely. And there's power in that, right? On those days in which you're discouraged,
Yeah.
On those days in which you see
yeah.
mess,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Sometimes it may be at home,
yeah.
at school,
yeah.
in our communities.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely keep your head up.
Keep your head
and
up.
that's for everyone that's listening today as well. Whether you're 14, like Shadi, you're my age, you're
That's
older.
right. That's
Whatever you are enduring
Mm-hmm.
in life, whatever adversities, keep your head up.
That's right.
Keep fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Never give up, Shadi.
Never give up.
Right? Because we're here with you.
That's right.
Yeah. I came into your life today, but as long as I live, I want to be a part of your life to ensure that you succeed and you become the best version of you. And you will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure will.
And we all will play a part in that.
That's right.
What do you aspire to be when you become an adult, Shadi?
Oh, good question. Good question. Good question. Well, come on, God. So I was thinking about going to a good college, LSU, to get a degree and get a scholarship. And pretty much, I want to just go play football. I play sports. I love sports. Sports is my thing.
Okay.
My brother played it. He played at Tri-City High School, and he in college right now, 21 years old.
Good.
Pretty much, I got a little brother, 10 years old, elementary. He doing good though, but move on with life and stuff. So, what I want to be just come in NFL and do right and be a great person, and I'll be a good player though. Absolutely. And just come out more to Atlanta and just be around more like I want to, and go travel a lot and help the homeless and stuff.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yes. Ooh. No, what do I say? Wow. Absolutely.
Yes, awesome.
You have that positive mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You have that mindset that in spite of whatever I am enduring in my life now, whatever is going on around me, perhaps whatever no one else has done that is in my inner circle, I am going to overcome those things. I'm going to surround myself with great people, such as Adrian, such as others, right? And you will
make it.
You will attend college.
We'll make it.
You will play football. You will be greatness. Not will be. Let me correct myself. You are greatness.
That's right.
I tell my clients often to look in the mirror, and this is for each and every one of you that's listening today. Look in the mirror every day and repeat, I am more than a conqueror. I am greatness. Even if you don't believe it, even if you say it through the tears, through the pain, through the grief, say it, repeat it, until you believe it and until it manifests into your life.
Oh, yeah.
I am more than a conqueror. I am greatness.
Yes.
So Shadi, start that today. Repeat that every day for the rest of your life. And I look forward to, all the amazing things that you're going to accomplish, not only for yourself and your family, but the world as well.
Don't forget me.
And Adrian says, don't forget him, right? Yes. We're here for you. We're definitely here for you. We are taking questions, so if anyone wants to call in, or if you're watching live from via Lyve TV on Facebook, or even my personal Facebook page, please chime in with your questions or any comments.
Come on.
Awesome. I see Mr. Reggie with Urban Spice Magazine says, good info. Thank you for watching in. Yes, and Mr. Stewart, awesome. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What else would you like to share today, Adrian?
I would like to share that it's really important for us to work together and come together as a whole in our communities, in our country, and most definitely in our culture. You don't understand the impact of us working together to make a difference in these young men's lives. It takes more than just some conversation. It really does. It takes more than some conversation. It takes being about it, being there with them, doing stuff with them. showing them, leading by example. I see 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds every single day out there in the city of East Point with no vision, no purpose, no goal, no motivation, and they just want to do one thing, and that's loiter around the buildings, you know, doing whatever it is they do.
Yeah.
We have to put a stop to that.
We do. And as you said, it takes teamwork.
Yeah.
And we have a couple of guests live here at Status Network. Do y'all have any questions or comments when we like to chime in? All right, we have Mr. Roderick Marshall he's an educator actually, all the way from Durham, North Carolina, by way of Augusta, Georgia. Right. He made sure I added that. So we are going to have him ask his question. All right, Mr. Marshall.
So, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. I guess my question would be for you, if I wanted to get involved with your nonprofit organization, such as providing mentorship for the kids or anything like that, how can I do that? What are the steps I need to take to get involved?
The best step for you to take to get involved with this mentoring program is go to www.newlifesiwd.org. Once you get onto the website, you'll be able to click on the link to the mentoring program, and you'll be able to fill out a form saying that you either want to volunteer, sign up your team, or make a donation. We really do need all the help and the support we can get. So everybody that's watching today, call right now, get on the website, do whatever you have to do so that we can make this happen this coming summer.
Yes, absolutely. We have another question from our audience. Tell me your name again.
My name is Daniel Brown.
Daniel Brown.
And I'm from right here in Atlanta, Georgia. They call it Grady Baby, so everybody from Atlanta knows.
He's a Grady baby.
Grady baby.
So first of all, I want to commend you both. I think you all doing a great job. Ms. Jefferson doing a great job with the show as well. I guess I'm kind of piggybacking off Mr. Marshall. What is the biggest need for your organization if for someone who does want to get involved? Because I have a character building basketball camp that I work with the youth in my community. I've been doing so for nearly 10 years now, so we would definitely love to collaborate with you all. So what do you think is the biggest need for your organization right now?
The biggest need right now is finances and mentors. More mentors, more males or women that want to come out and motivate these young men to success.
Awesome. Thank you. Great question. Wow. Well, this conversation can go on and on and on. And not can, it will.
It will.
And it has to.
Yes,
if we want to impact the lives of our boys, of our young men, this is certainly not just a one-time conversation. So let's continue to have this conversation on every platform that you can. And as you said, don't just talk about it, right? Be about it. Take action. Get involved. Commit to doing something greater than you. Right?
Because it's not about you.
It's certainly not. It's not. It absolutely is not about you.
No.
And so I'll leave these words for any young man that's watching today, or any young lady, or you could be an adult, male or female, that may be going through adversities in your life. I want you to know and always understand that the power of believing in you, having faith, demonstrating perseverance, never, ever, 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 ever giving up, and giving credit to the Most High is life-changing.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much again, Adrian and Shadid. We're going to go to a commercial break, but please leave your comments. This conversation will certainly continue. Let's go to commercial break. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
As well as at 1-800-647-3345. And as the video you just saw indicated, 1 in 4 adults will experience a mental illness in their lifetime. So don't say it's not me. It can't happen in my family. It's not in my church. It's not at my school, right? You can look in the mirror or look at your spouse or look at your child or look at the person sitting next to you in church. And again, 1 in 4 of you as an adult will experience a mental illness. But the mental illness absolutely does not define you and should not define you. Help is available. We'll jump into our next segment now. It is themed the Entrepreneur Spotlight. And so, as many of you may know, I am an entrepreneur with various entrepreneur endeavors, and I love supporting my fellow entrepreneurs. And today we have an amazing, beautiful entrepreneur here by the name of Miss Courtney Harring. And Courtney, she is the owner of her very own, I said owner, right? She's the owner and founder of DC Billing and Consultants. So we'll let Courtney tell us a little bit more about herself. Welcome to Visions of Greatness, Courtney. Can you hear me, Courtney?
Thank you for having me, and can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome, Courtney.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, thank you for having me. I created DC Billing and Consultants last year, and I kind of fell into this when I had my first son in 2016. I realized that I did not want him to just be in daycare all day. I wanted to also, enjoy him as well. So I created my own business, and I worked with several different doctors, and I just kind of went from there. So what my business does is we do medical billing as well as mental health billing. We also do some staffing for people that might need some type of manager, filing person, someone answering the phones, things in order to get your practice started up. We also do startups. So if you need your LLC completed, copyrights, just kind of anything that you want to do is something that we kind of like to create. So that's why I made sure that it said DC Billing and Consultants, because we have a lot of different things. We also have accountants on staff, as well as people who do credentialing as well for mental health and doctors or medical staff.
Awesome. And congratulations on taking a step out on faith and starting your own business. I certainly salute you, Courtney.
Yes.
What has been your greatest challenge as a
Thank
new
you.
entrepreneur?
That was a leap.
Absolutely. I understand. Absolutely. What has been your greatest challenge on this journey of entrepreneurship that you have started or venture out on?
My greatest challenge has been making sure that I am fearless. I need to make sure that fear does not control me. Many different cultures create their own businesses. Why can't we? I have education. I have great families, great supports. Why do I have to work for an agency and get less? So that is, it's the moving forward, the constant believing in myself, which is the hardest thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that's certainly something that's common, I hear, amongst other entrepreneurs and business owners alike. I'm sure Adrian, he can probably attest to the same thing. But once you shift your mindset, as you indicated, you can certainly transcend any of those adversities, including fear, right? And achieve the greatness that truly already lies within you, for not only your business, but your personal life and other endeavors as well. So I definitely commend you once again. Now, I heard you earlier say, Courtney, that you're a mother. So you are a mother, an entrepreneur, a business owner, and I'm sure you wear many more hats as well. How do you maintain a balance with the multitude of hats that you wear?
There are a couple things that I do. I make sure, number one, that I ask for help. When things are overwhelming, I ask for my family, my friends to step and help me. That's number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, I am a runner. That is something that I've always done since I was a child. So I run many, many miles when the day is hard or long, just to get that kind of stress off of you. It's wonderful for me to do things that are resistance based. Mm-hmm. And running for me is when the world is quiet. And I just make sure that I take things seriously, but not too seriously. Life is a journey. It's beautiful and it's wonderful, and it's whatever you make it. And I'm doing something for myself and my family.
Yes, yes. Wow. Actually, 9 months ago today, February 25th, I celebrated my 5th year anniversary as owner of the mental health company Destination Greatness. And the theme for that event, and I'm not sure if I shared this with you, Courtney, was the mental cost of entrepreneurship. And for entrepreneurs such as myself, Courtney, Adrian, as well as any other entrepreneurs and business owners that are listening today, it is imperative that you take a holistic approach to entrepreneurship. You certainly cannot just focus on the freedom aspect or the financial aspect. You have to look at being great socially, emotionally, and physically. I love that as well. There was actually a personal trainer by the name of Rick Lewis that came from Charlotte, North Carolina to the event held in Atlanta, Georgia. And he talked about the importance of physical well-being in your journey as an entrepreneur. So for those who are listening, I hope you take some notes from Courtney. Go running, run it off, right? Find a way to take care of yourself as a whole person. What nugget for greatness will you leave with anyone that's listening here today, Courtney?
I would just say that, again, fear is one of our greatest challenges, and don't let that stop you from your vision of greatness.
Absolutely. How do we get in contact with you to support your business and other endeavors, Courtney?
You can actually give us a call at 678-761-5956. You can we also have a website. It's www.dcbillingandconsultants.com. And we are located at 10 Glen Lake Parkway, Suite 130 in Atlanta, Georgia.
Awesome. And you can also find Courtney's information on our Visions of Greatness Facebook page, as well as the Status Network platforms. Courtney, thank you so much for joining us today, and I certainly look forward to continuing to connect with you. Love and greatness to you, Courtney.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a good one.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that was Miss Courtney Harring of DC Billing and Consultants. We're going to go to a brief commercial break, and I will be back momentarily. once again to all of our early bird sponsors: Swag Her Magazine, Destination Greatness Mental Health Services, I Create Designs, DC Billing and Consultants, Button Buddy, Shanna A. Jefferson Incorporated, Hydro Entertainment, and of course, New Life, SIWD. I'm going to drop this nugget for greatness with you briefly, and that is, don't be a spectator. And this is to follow up with the conversation that we had today with Adrian and Shadid. There's a lot, right, that transpires in our homes and our communities each and every day. But everyone can play a role and be a change to make a difference in the lives of our babies, our young black men, our young black girls. Let's be the change that we want to see. So don't, but whatever you do, even if you have to do it alone, do it. Because even if you save that one life, even if you impact that one life, your doings, your goodwill was not in vain. So again, don't be a spectator. Get involved, take action, and make a difference to impact the world. Wow, this has been an amazing first show as your host for Visions of Greatness. I am so immensely honored and grateful to serve you. I always said in this journey of life that I have been blessed with, that is far greater than Shanna. Every endeavor, every person I meet is to serve a purpose far greater than Shanna. For I am merely a vessel on this journey of life and greatness. I want to give you a brief preview of our upcoming show. 2 weeks from today, we broadcast live every second and fourth Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Lyve TV via Status Network. So on December 9th, the topic is Speak to Your Pain. As a mental health therapist, I hear stories daily of the pain that we have endured, whether it's the pain of losing your father, whether it's the pain of losing a mentee as Adrian did, whether it's financial stressors that you are enduring, whatever it is, we have all endured pain and adversity in our lives. And on December 9th, our featured guest is Miss Keisha McLeod of Queen of Hearts Ministries. And Miss McLeod is going to share her story of how she has overcome adversity of being a victim of domestic violence to actually not only being a survivor, that is, but an advocate to help impact other women and men in similar situations. So we are going to speak to our pains on December 9th. So tune in. Make sure you follow my Facebook pages, Visions of Greatness, as well as Status Network on Facebook and Lyve TV on Facebook. For those of you who may be watching from another channel or you don't have Facebook, you're watching from someone else's page today, you can also watch the show by downloading the Status Network app. We didn't get any call. Actually, I did not accept any calls today, but you can call in during each show. You can send your comments, and I love to engage you as my listening audience today. Upcoming events quickly. January 13th, Status Network is going to have a huge, and I say huge, networking media mixer. So if you are in the Atlanta area or the greater Atlanta area, I am inviting you to join us on January 13th in Atlanta, Georgia for the Status Network Media Mixer. The event will be held from 3 to 6 p.m. We're going to have well over 300 influencers from throughout the Atlanta area. So if you have a radio show, a podcast, if you are a blogger, a magazine, or if you're an entrepreneur, such as the entrepreneurs that I feature today, you do not want to miss this event. Thank you once again. I am Shanna A. Jefferson, and love and greatness to each and every one of you. Until next time, bye. Are those whose brokenness gives birth to transformation and wisdom. John Green. Good afternoon. Again, I am Shanna A. Jefferson, life coach, therapist, author, blogger, speaker, and agent of change. I am elated and honored to stand before you today on this magnificent occasion as we raise awareness about the multifaceted impact of domestic violence on our children, our families, our communities, our society, and the person you look at in the mirror each